What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 16, making its return on today, March 3rd, this lovely edition. I am today joined by Big John once again for the podcast, What the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast is, as we bring a topic to this table. This one. Alright, anywho. And we just randomly talk about it and stuff like that. Because there's only two of us today, we will be doing a fan topic as well. What's up, Pancake? How you doing? And we are officially live. So you can catch this live every first and third Saturday of the month on twitch.tv/Enigma9011 if you want to get involved in the chat with us during the program, suggest topic ideas, and things like that. Yes, John?
But it's the first and the third today.
It's the first Saturday and the third date. Gosh. But my name is Enigma9011, aka Brett. I am your host / dude on the stream majority of the time, so feel free to hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, go to Twitch so you can watch it live and then comment in the thing, like I said, and watch all of our other awesome content.
Twisted web we weave.
Yeah, I mean, they don't super work together, but, you know.
They should.
Super hot. Anyway.
Super hot.
Alrighty, so, John, we discussed our topics beforehand, but we did not discuss who is going to go first.
We did not.
So you want to rock, paper, scissors for it? Alright,
whoa, hang on.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, so it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
And then it's best 2 out of 3.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Alright, here we go.
Hopefully it doesn't take 8 years. Here we go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, there's one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Fuck.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it. Ah! Going first. Alright. So my topic... Pancake says hi, John, by the way.
Hello.
My topic today is... What are your biggest dreams?
Biggest dream.
I know these change over time, but I would like to know your current dreams, what your goals are, things like that. I know we've kind of touched on this in the past with your topic of what would you do with $1 million or whatever the fuck it was, and
it's just a god
genie wishes
money,
and other things like that. But I know, like I said, it evolves and changes over time. So I'd like to know what
deep start, boys.
what you would like to know. What are your current goals and ventures or whatever, or just like some dreams that you've had or thoughts that you've had, pie in the sky things for yourself. For example, one dream, and I know we've talked about this in the past, and I believe I talked about this on the podcast before with the changes topic, and maybe some other time in the 15 episodes we've recorded already, is LTS Studios, or LTS Gaming, as it was known.
I remember that.
The Enigma.
I remember I wanted to be I definitely wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah.
That's something, you know, just going back to it and touching on it, like, I just seeing, like, Geek and Sundry and Nerdist being together on Alpha, which, you know, I'm a subscriber to. Like, that's something I would love to do. Just be a nerd and get paid to do it, and just be creative and be a dungeon master, or be somebody who just talks about whatever they feel passionate about on a studio set, and people watch you. Like, thousands and thousands of people watch us. Yeah. Like, I'd love to do that. That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, my thought process with that, what I'm thinking of or whatever with this recent I already said thought process, so thought process of the evolution of LTS Gaming is way down the road. If I was able to support myself and support others, I would love to build a certain team around me. Now, this team consists of all people I know, but each has their own certain skill set, and I think if we could put all those pieces together, I believe we'd have enough chemistry. There would not be any button of heads, but, you know, you can't know that obviously until you do it. But I
think there's always going to be some butting.
Oh, that's fine,
it's
because
healthy.
that's how
there should be some healthy.
Because if we're all just like, yeah, let's all agree on the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we butt heads constantly. Stream sees that.
Yeah.
Hashtag 3-year anniversary stream. Check it out. Yeah. Shit got heated. Because I'm the no, I'm just kidding. But, that's too. But, no, like the vision I have in my head
Let me squat up.
is, so obviously this team started a while ago originally with myself, Little John, and then Jones signed on, and then they left and were doing their own thing because they didn't have the time commitment or didn't want to do it anymore, and then I just kind of picked up the ball and ran with it. Obviously, you and Billy and Dio, you guys have been like LTS 2.0, as we've discussed in the past. I believe when the three of us, and on the very rare occasion we got the four of us together,
Very rare occasion.
the chemistry is great and everything is just free flowing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like we can banter back and forth, we're making each other constantly laugh. I know for sure for me it's a comfortable level. I'm never like thinking ahead of like, oh, I'll set this joke up and do this. It just kind of rolls off the tongue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that would be great, but I also think everybody of that nature brings something to the table. Obviously, you bring the board game persona and the Dungeon Master, which you just said, to that foray, so you could reach out to that audience. And you are very well-spoken, and you speak your mind and things like that.
Yeah.
Billy is very similar in that forte, where he can be very serious and discuss a lot of topics, and then he can be, as we saw last night,
Extremely goofy.
fucking balls off the wall, go to town, make
Yeah.
everybody laugh, and make us lose our shit.
Yeah.
And then Dio is the fucking, okay, it's gonna sound weird, he's the cheerleader of the group. But, like, he wants everybody, as you do too, well, all of us, want everybody to do better at their thing. Like, he's just positivity personified.
Yeah.
And when he's not positive, it hurts and stuff like that. But, like...
Not only that, I think he's also, like, he's the more technical. Like, you and him share a quality of the technicality of games. So, like, there are times where, like, you and him will be, like, we have our own little chat that we have. And
Group chat.
Yeah, we're just really close friends to where, you know, we're always chatting all the time. Not that close. Brett wishes. Sorry.
Judging by Billy last time we almost were.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv so shouldn't even have you laughing.
But, you know, like, we talking all the time. We try and hang out as much as we can. And, you know, we try and hang out outside of the stream as well. You know, it's like, hey, I remember, like, one day him and I played Legendary for, 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But, no, like, I mean, we've gone to Six Flags together. I mean, even if it wasn't on the stream, Billy and Dio went out to California to see Brett. And it's like, we're always talking to each other. And I feel like when Brett and Dio get to talking about, like some of the video games that are on your stream, or some of the things that you're doing, or some of the games he's playing, like, you guys go into the technicalities of it, and you just know the game. Like, Dio's just like, oh yeah, John, you're playing Final Fantasy X? Let me know if you need help with the upgrading system, because the grid is a little difficult to understand. Just let me know when you're ready to upgrade, and I'll tell you how to do it. And it's just like, I went through that, and it told me how to do it, and I'm still confused. But I know I can go to Dio, and Dio's going to explain it to me to where I understand it. So I think you and Dio share that, and I think Dio is very good at that point of the games. Like, you talk to him about a game that he has played, he knows it inside and out, which is super cool.
Yeah, and yeah, he's got that fighting game obviously aspect into him, so he could reach out to that audience and stuff like that. And he's already trying to expand himself into that, which
I remember him talking to people. But
that's awesome for him, and like he's got that promotion in him. Like, he's already fucking promoting the channel whenever he can and stuff like that, and wearing the t-shirt, being like, yo, check out my boy and stuff like that. So like, I appreciate that. So we got the core four. Wrestling.
Wait, which one am I? No.
Well, I'm obviously woo.
Oh, I thought we meant from the Bible.
No, we're not death, plague, and all that shit. Damn, that took a dark turn.
Well, I was thinking of the Darksiders.
The Darksiders from like
the video game Darksiders.
Morgan and
no.
Oh, well,
there's a game called Darksiders where you play as War and Death.
I'm thinking Darkstalker. Am I thinking Darkstalker?
I'm not thinking about weird people who are not dressed.
Hey. Felicia's only not dressed. Anyway.
The other one has a bat bra.
So it's a bra. That's close.
But it's a bat!
The other one just has fur. We're not discussing Morgan and Felicia right now. Bye, Felicia. All right, but anyway, so we got the core 4. I would love also to bring back Little John. Now, let me tell you why. Obviously, this journey would have never started without Little John. He was the one who asked me... Pioneered, exactly. Do you want to do a YouTube channel? And me, trying to be supportive, was like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do it. And stuff like that. But he was the pioneer. He told me about Twitch. He turned me on to that and stuff like that. And he's constantly giving feedback. I am Nubaku from the Gorilla Tribe.
That was great.
He's constantly giving me feedback just random times. Like, oh, the thumbnails look really cool now. Oh, this video is nice. Man, the stream's working really well for you and stuff like that. And, like, I would love to have him back because... he is gifted beyond belief, and he doesn't know. He has a lot of, like, I know he doesn't play games as much as he used to growing up, but, like, he was big into that culture, and now he's, like, kind of shifted over into, he was into anime for a while. Anime. And he's very musically talented. If you guys have watched the Press Start series on youtube.com/enigma9011, not the actual link, but just search it on YouTube because you're here now.
Why not?
Press Start, that opening theme, he made that like randomly when we first started the channel, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but this sounds pretty cool. And then I finally found a use for it. So he's made that just on the fly. He's very talented with piano and things like that, and he's like, he wants to make his own channel and make more music videos, but like he doesn't do it, and I want to help him do that, if that makes sense. But I would love to have him on the team because I feel like he's another one that's very rational thinking, and I feel if he has people to bounce ideas off of, maybe he'll be more creative himself.
He's a very mellow guy.
That as well.
He's definitely a good person to have around in the atmosphere. When he came over for the 3-year anniversary, it was very, you could tell there was a change in his life. You could tell that he had moved into a different area in his life, but it's kind of like a growing up type of thing.
Yeah. So John, I'd love to bring back, or Lil John, and then I'd love to get Brendan on the team, because obviously Brendan has done a lot of our graphics, aka Savigades.
Oh, dude, yeah, they're amazing.
Like that.
They're awesome.
Yeah, so he's done the main logo.
I mean, like, the thing is, like, I've watched. I've been recently watching. There's Node, and then there's Sam and Nico's channel.
Okay.
I really like Node. I've loved them since the day that I watched Freddie and all of them play video games together. Like, Node is like the vision I have for us. Is a couple of guys sitting around playing video games and people watching us play video games and watching us have fun doing it and creating stuff and creating movies, creating special effects, doing all this cool stuff. And like, I watch Sam and Nico's channel and I'm sitting there like, why can't Brett, Billy and Dio do that? And like everybody else that we have brought into our little group, why can't we do that? Like, what's stopping us from opening up our own studio and making this stuff? Like, well, connections,
Yeah, I mean, connections definitely help, and like, it helps, but it's not the cause of everything. I feel like if we were going to actually do it, we need to actually do it.
Commit to it.
Like, we don't need a studio right away, because that's, fucking obscene amount of money. That's like, the green screen, the chair I just got recently, that was available because, people were supporting and things like that. But, like, I'm not, as we recently talked about, getting a high-end PC and be like, yo, check out this awesome setup of $2,000, and now I'm going to be popular because I have the PC or whatever. Like, those things are good and they help, but, like, if you don't have, it's not going to guarantee success. So, like, if we have
tools help you get success, it's you have to make the success.
Yeah, so I feel like if we had something at least kind of ground started, if that's the right word for it, like maybe would be more inclined to, okay, let's all look into a space, or let's all do this and stuff like that. And like,
honestly, you know how you were talking about how you were like, maybe you should do a segment where you're teaching people how to edit.
mm-hmm.
Like, I can pick up stuff pretty quickly,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I think we all should have a basic understanding of editing,
Right.
so that we're able to, one, help your load,
Mm-hmm.
so that you're able to make more content, more videos. So the more videos you create,
More likelihood of audience and
exactly
eyes seeing it.
and
Yeah.
then on top of that, like, what would stop us from making a little mini film, like that one thing with Freddy where he has the guns, and when he's shooting the guns, flowers come out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would be technically stopping us from doing that type of editing?
Yeah.
If you were to give us a little idea of how to edit
Mm-hmm.
and how to shoot, and actually go out and make those shoots.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of building on. I still got Brendan to talk about, and I got one other guy that's the dream team. So, Brendan, obviously, graphics, he's very talented. Unfortunately, he hasn't really been, like, super hardcore set on anything. Like, he's very, like, he went to college, he didn't finish college, he dropped out, he went to this job, he's been to this job, he's been to this job. He, like, hasn't really settled on anything. He wants to do graphics, but I don't know, like, how hardcore he's chasing that. So I don't know if maybe a team aspect would give him a stronger work ethic. I know sometimes that can definitely be hard to build on yourself, or when you're independent, that can be very difficult, because like I've had times where I'm very productive on my own, and there's times I'll just sit there the whole day, and literally do nothing.
Well, that's why you have a team. A team builds off of each other.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe that would help him, because we'd have more ideas for, hey, let's get this artwork, hey, let's get this artwork, and maybe that would kind of pump his creative juices and have them going. But on the other side, like, I've paid him for one piece of art that he's done, and that was the initial LTS logo with the game controller, the LTS, the original t-shirt has my logo, the split kick, and then the LTS is on the side. The Batman Beyond logo that is on our channel as the profile page, and, well, you can't see it there, but
That's the animated series one, isn't it?
the Batman animated series. Yeah.
Yeah, you said Beyond.
Did I?
Yeah, because I was looking at it, I was like,
My bad.
it doesn't look like the
Anyway,
Beyond one.
yeah, that one is, he made that on his own. He made the Morpher for my birthday. He worked on the 2-year, the LTS long shot with the podcast and everything on the bottom. He did that, and now he's making one. I guess now he randomly dropped that news at the 3-year. He's like, oh, I'm making a new graphic. What?
Thank you!
So, like, that's awesome. Oh, and he made the press start graphics, too.
Lady Killer Bunny, hey,
What's up,
I'm
lady?
wearing the shirt right now. Yay!
Only a few in existence. But
Yeah, I have one.
yeah. But anyways, yeah, like, he's just making these graphics because he's feeling this inspiration. He's feeling a part of it. So, like, I would love to have Brendan on as part of the team as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last member has only been on the stream
Recently.
once,
Really?
and that was in California. And the funny thing is,
Oh, Charlie?
I graduated with him. No, I would. Okay, I'd love to have Charlie too. So fuck it. There's 2 more people, but I'm gonna explain this motherfucker first. JC, He is my
I remember him.
film guy, because California, like I said, he literally showed up once. He lived in LA.
Not when Billy and
No.
oh, okay,
No.
I remember that.
I tried to get him and my buddy
I remember
Jake
JC.
to there. But yeah, JC I've had on the stream once. This guy is talented beyond belief in film. He's the guy I helped with the music video for his band, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, and I know we still don't have the intro to the stream yet, but he helped me film something really cool for that. So like him and cameras and his ability to do that kind of thing, like I've talked to you guys briefly, I believe, about an idea I have for an event in June. Now okay, in my head, I've talked to him. In my head, I have a video project.
You've talked to him in your head?
No, I've talked to him about the idea in my head. I'll probably talk to him in my head too.
Brett's going senile.
Going is a strong way to put it. Anyway, John looks scared. I've talked to him about the idea in my head on Messenger. Alright. And it's about a promotional video for an event I would like to have in June. Hearing it here first. Anyway, that's mine. Anyway, I've asked him, can we do this? He says yes.
Okay.
So I'm freaking out if I can actually do it. Now, his knowledge with cameras and all the, the work he has made for me currently, just like opens up the doors of possibilities. And with him knowing cameras, obviously we need cameras for the stream and content and microphones, and he can edit and he can do soundboards and things like that. The little GM commissioner video, he helped my commissioner make that video, whoever the fuck that guy is.
Yeah, I want to know who he is. I still need my rematch. You need to tell him I want my rematch. I got a rematch clause.
We can do that. We don't need to bother him for everything.
Well, when are we gonna do it?
We didn't even know who he was to bother us for the first.
When are we gonna do it?
We'll figure it out. Maybe next Saturday. Anyway, but I think he's got a lot of talent, and I think that would help him. He moved to LA to do film stuff, then he moved back around the same time I moved back because things weren't working, so I think that would kind of help him to build more of a portfolio. Not that we're super
close.
No, quality, but
you can
it would give him something to do to
the better material, the better material that we get eventually down the road because of the content that we put out could get us there. And heck, we might even get sponsors. Like Sam and Nico, they have sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
They have sponsors for these lenses.
Mm-hmm.
And like they talk about how these lenses do this and that and how each one is greater than the other one.
Felix Gray glasses. These can help reduce glare from your eyes from looking at a computer screen. And the other ones, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. So I'd love to have him on the team. And then, yeah, Charlie I'd love too. But that's more of not a selfish thing. There's reason to selfish.
Yeah.
But, like, him and I, we grew up together. He's my brother. And, like, when I was out in California rooming with him, like, there was a point in time, like a couple of months, where he was hardcore dedicated to just helping out. He helped me get the internet connection going, helped me get some new equipment. He was helping me make content. Like, the Borderlands, I keep telling you guys, the Borderlands duel battles. There's 5 episodes in total on the YouTube channel. Go check them out. I think those are some of our best content, those 5 episodes. Because it's just stupid, me and him fighting it out in the arena in Borderlands after we played for like an hour or two. And like, just random streams that we did together. Like, he did the Five Nights at Freddy's reaction video. That's a lot of fun. Super hot the first time. That was pretty cool. I think I had him try Stick of Truth, but I didn't put that one up. There was a stream we played Minecraft for 5+ hours like we used to do back here, where it was just chill and having a good time. Like, when we're together, it's great. It's, no worries, things like that. When he was visiting for my mom's birthday, like, we were shooting the shit and talking ideas. He was a little bit shwasted, but,
Shwasted.
Like, he's one of those guys that, like, he's always got the gears turning when he's focused on something, and I admire that about him. So I'd love to have Charlie, too. But anyways, the culmination of this team, like you mentioned, Node, seeing us eventually as them,
yeah,
I could agree with that. Inspirations I have, obviously kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're a smaller team that build up. They were 4, now they're 4, then 5, now they're 7 or so, and things like that. I would like, that's a studio I look at, and I'm like, or a success story I look at, and I'm like, that could be us. And then higher up on the scale, Achievement Hunter, like seeing those guys, and then this one's kind of a smaller just because it's the FGC community, the fighting game community, and I know not everybody's super into that, but Maximilian and his friends. Like, I've sent you guys numerous videos on what they do.
21!
Suck my dick!
Never forget that. Literally. He just goes off and does that whole tangent, and I'm sitting here like, alright, what the fuck is that?
But, like, their energy and stuff like that, like, their weekend streams when they get all the dudes together is fantastic. And, like, the thing is, yeah, we could absolutely do that. It's just a matter of like, I don't like the dream of that team. Obviously, that's my dream, but I don't know, and nor can I force that dream on anybody else. Like, I know you said you're supportive. I know Billy is supportive, but he wants to be a teacher and things like that. Dio obviously has other responsibilities with his family he's got to take care of, and it doesn't help he's in Portland. JC, obviously, I can understand, would want to do film stuff. Maybe this would help, like I mentioned. Brendan, same thing. He wants to do the graphics. Maybe this could put him in the right direction. Charlie is very out west, and he has his future to think about too, and stuff like that, and maybe something else. But but like, I can't just spring that on everybody else and be like, no, we're doing this. Like, that's the ideal situation that all 7 or 8 of us, whoever I just listed, would be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this. Mm-hmm. But then you got to get everybody in one area. Like, I know North Carolina's a dream for you too, and that almost came up this summer. That would have been another shift or divide per se in this thing, and like, that's not a bad thing because more spread, networking, things like that. But it makes the workflow very difficult, and that studio dream or whatever, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, like, obviously the studio is still a dream of mine, and I've told you, I might have told this dream too, how, like, I walked into my uncle's place when he first moved there. I walked into your place for the first time, mm-hmm. and as soon as I walked into each of those places respectively, I was imagining a studio. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I could have set up here, do this. Like, my uncle's place, I was literally seeing Maximilian Studio in there, because that's generally something I would like to do for a single setup stream or just guest streams and stuff like that. Like, the living room's great, but sometimes not the greatest for cameras and stuff like that, because it's just such a long room. And then, like, your place, I could see, like, I was seeing more of like the game day kind of things. I'm like, oh, set up here, and then we can have multiple cameras, and the cable's not too long. I can actually capture all that stuff and things like that. So, like, studio's still up there, and my parents have joked about it numerous times, but my room, I am not really all in. Like, my clothes are in one area, the streaming stuff's in another area and stuff like that, and they're like, why don't you just sleep in this room and make this room the studio and stuff like that? I'm like, I don't know, like, it's cool that we're thinking about it. I'm like, damn, that'd be interesting too. But obviously moving out and stuff like that, not it's happening tomorrow, but like, that's eventually a goal, just because that's life and stuff like that. But I don't know, I know I've been rambling on for a little while, but that's my current big dream that I'm having. What's yours?
I don't think I've ever said it on stream, but I've alluded, on stream that no offense to anybody else, if you feel indifferent, I'm gonna go kind of religious a little bit. I'm a very religious person. I go to church every Sunday. Like, after this, I'm probably going to go home and go to sleep because I got to get up early tomorrow because I have to go teach Sunday school. It's something I do every Sunday. Well, not every Sunday, but, Mm-hmm. I am very involved in my church, not just because I'm a religious person. Like, for me, some people would say I'm a radical. Some people, when I talk about it, think I'm in a cult, but it's not like that because I've been changed forever by this. Jesus came into my life and changed who I am, and I want to live that life. I want to be a pastor. I want to go out and I want to just be like, God, who do you want me to heal today? Who, walk out and say, okay, this person, tell me about this person here, God, and God say, oh, this person's knee is hurting. I want to heal it. Go up to them and just say, hey, your knee's hurting. I'm going to pray for it. It's going to be miraculously healed. And that's happened. That's happened to me personally. Like, my leg has grown. I've seen it grown, just by somebody saying, in the name of Jesus. So that's been a huge, huge part of my life that I don't really talk about too much because, it's Brett's stream and it's not my stream. But that's who I am as a person. and I'm super into God, and I love Him with all my heart. And I know that one day I'm supposed to be a pastor. I don't know when. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I'm trying to figure that out as I go along. And I've been talking with my pastors, and there's a pastor out in Chicago that I'm going out there eventually soon, just to see the lay of the land and talk to him and get really get to know what it's like to be a pastor. And he's a working pastor, so he's a pastor of a church, and he has a full-time job on top of that, because not all pastors, they don't make a lot sometimes. And it's not the fact of you get paid a lot to do the job. It's I have such a love for people. Just like even if you were to ask Brett, like you could just tell and know that I have a love for people, that I want to see them succeed. I want the best to happen for them, and ultimately, like, I would love for God to come into their lives just by being in their lives. And that's kind of who I am, and that's why I want to be a pastor, is because I have a huge love for people, and I want to be there for them, and I want to strengthen them and encourage them and bring the best out in them. My other goal is pretty much his. I want that to happen. I want to be a part of a studio, just because I've seen it, and quite honestly, video games have been a part of my life since I was a kid, and the person who introduced me to them was my father. I've played video games ever since I was a kid. I could hold a controller and figure out how to play a game. I love video games. I'm never going to stop loving video games. I'm going to teach my son how to play video games, just because they've been a huge role in my life and helped me through situations that were not the easiest. So those are my two big dreams. Quite honestly, I think I could do both. I don't know. I mean, I want to be a pastor in a crazy way, just because I believe that's what God has for me. I also want to be a part of a studio, just because I love video games. I love hanging out with my friends, and I love talking to people. I love the community. The more people I can talk to, the better. Like he said, like, I'm an extrovert. I love people. I love being around people. I mean, if it has to be with typing in a little box where I read what you say, that's cool. But hey, if this gets big, there are cons. I'd probably be the one with Dio going on the road all the time, meeting you guys. Like, that's exciting to me. Mm-hmm. Going to these cons and saying, hey, yeah, this is who I am. This is what I'm a part of. It's nice to meet you. I'm glad that I have that I'm doing something for your life, and that I'm making it better, that I'm giving you, some type of happiness and some type of joy that you can, be like, look forward to. Like, oh, I can't wait to, turn on LTS Gaming. I can't wait to see those guys and see what they have next. Oh my gosh, I get to meet them. Like, quite honestly, like today I was talking to Brett. Like, I got starstruck. I met the first time in my entire life I met a UFC Hall of Famer when I went to this Naga grappling tournament today. I was so fangirled after he walked away. Like, with this and going to cons, just thinking that opportunity could happen to me, like, that's great. That I could do that for a person. That I could make them so happy. Like, oh my gosh, I just met John Dankey. Like, dude, I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
I'm a nobody, but if I could get somebody to be that excited to meet me, I feel like I've changed their lives somehow for the better. And that's ultimately what I want to do on this earth, is change people's lives for the better. That's my main goal, and those are my two main goals. Quite honestly, I don't know how it's going to happen. I mean, here's the big dream. All right, what are we doing right now to make it happen? That's who I am, I guess, in the group. And Brett's kind of like, slow down. No, what are we doing, man? No, slow down, John. Like, that's kind of who I am. It's just like, all right, well, here's this, and this, what we can do to plan this. Being in sales, if you want something done, you go out and you get it, and then you make yourself known. So, I don't know. I guess that's what I bring to the table, is I can make us known. And in a world where, not a lot of people can get known. And then there's connections that need to be made. I know I can do that. And I can bug the crap out of people. I'm very good at it. But those are my goals and those are my dreams. Like, they may be two completely different dreams, but quite honestly, I want them both to come together and, I don't know, make sweet harmony.
Now, question. Do you think being that streaming persona, do you think that would affect being a pastor? Like a image to others?
I mean, right now, I'm not a pastor, and quite honestly, probably there's only like one group of people at my church that knows about this, like Caleb and his brother, and his mom and dad. Like, they don't watch, but I tell them to watch. They don't. Caleb watches a couple times, but I mean, for like, if I was in that standpoint and I was in that and if I was in that role as a pastor and I had that title, I would definitely clean up my language for sure. That's a definite thing. Billy, I would still joke around.
Yeah.
I mean, there would be some things that, I would clean up, just because, all right, guys, I do have a title as a pastor. I am a pastor. So there are some things I can and cannot say just because I have an image that people see me as.
Yeah.
So, and my head pastor, Pastor Glenn, is the same way. Like, sometimes, I remember him talking about being at somebody's house and say, hey, do you want a beer? And he's like, I would love one, but no. Just because of the image that it brings out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think it would change who I am because it's always a part of me. It would just be a little bit, cleaner. Mm-hmm. Like, YouTube guy, Maverick. He's still Maverick, but instead of saying fuck, he says fluff. And instead of saying the N-word, he says ninja.
Well, I hope so.
So
ninjas are cool.
And basically he did that he's a Christian as well, but he did that along the lines of because he wants kids to watch his content. Mm-hmm. So if he's going to want kids to watch his content, he's going to have to stop swearing. And I think YouTube's changed the algorithms where you're not allowed to swear anymore. So who knows? But no, like that's pretty much what I would be, And if swearing is a part of life, and if it slips, it slips. But I just clean up my language.
Yeah, I just asked because that's like a thing with me. It's why I don't put it on Facebook and stuff as much, because the Taekwondo audience. Mm-hmm. Like, I know everybody could take it so many different ways. Like, recently I was talking with a Clifton Park parent about it because, I don't know, games. Oh, okay, I took a photo of the green screen setup and I shared that. And he's like, oh, I didn't know you were in gaming and doing the live stream, stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, maybe I'll get you a couple more viewers. I'll have the kids watch. I'm like, okay. Because I'm like, I appreciate that you'll do that support because they're awesome. I
would definitely say we're 13 and up.
Oh, yeah. But, like, yeah, I'm like, I don't...
We don't swear a lot, but there are times where it's like...
We just are relaxed.
Push the envelope a little bit sometimes.
I feel like this is a release. And some people will see how we interact, whether it's the games we play or the swearing. Yeah, just a bit. Itty bit of swearing.
Tidbit.
And just be like, oh, you were supposed to be ABC, but now you're this.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. It's like, that. This is how I see you. And then now there's this other thing now makes me see you differently.
And some people are fine with that, and then there's other people that would just, twist it the other way and stuff like that. So that's why...
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, even if I was a pastor and I did this, and I did them both, people would still see me differently. But I'm that type of person that I don't care.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
I'm getting more to that point, but, like, yeah. Because, like, once again, Taekwondo event, I was... The banquet, it's more like relaxed, it's all adults and things like that, and people were asking me like, oh, I heard you do podcasts and things like that, and I was explaining like what it was and the live streams, and making some money off of it. And they're like, oh, that's great. We want to watch the podcast. I'm like, okay. But,
just be prepared.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's great you're supportive and everything, but,
just so you know,
it's not, hey, Master Griffin's teaching class. No, like, I feel more comfortable on the floor, too, because of streaming, but I'm not like, okay, kids, do fucking 10 push-ups or whatever, It's more of a lightheartedness there that's lighthearted on the stream, too, but sometimes it has some colorful language. Not like Ninja, but,
I hope
like
we're
that.
not saying Ninja.
No.
We got no reason to be saying it.
No. So yeah, it's weird like that. But the conventions thing, I'm totally down. I wanted to go to TwitchCon 2017 with you guys. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Aiming for TwitchCon 2018. Get your tickets when I get my tickets, and you can come meet us. TwitchCon 2018, San Jose, October 26th through the 28th. I believe.
How much are they?
The tickets? I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
I'll look it up. But still.
Yeah, we don't want you to die, Pancake. So.
If you ever said that, I die right
Talk
on
about
the
Ninja.
floor. Oh, I thought she was saying kids do fucking 10 push-ups.
No.
But yeah,
saying Ninja.
there's Taekwondo people already that are
watching
like Pancake, Rainbow, stuff like that.
Oh,
so,
and yeah, a couple of the other kids that we met.
Like Mark and Philip and stuff like that. And
the one crazy kid that I completely blew up his mind when we played Werewolf that one night.
Probably Philip.
Yeah, it was Philip. He's just like.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
There could be that, whatever, but, I don't know. I think that wraps up my topic about dreams and goals and stuff like that, unless Johnny got anything else to add around.
No, man, it's just, I see the vision, and I want to, like, quite honestly, it's just like, right now, like, I'm the type of person that wants to multi-manage and everything and get it all set, and so, alright, all those people, let's get their phone numbers right now after this stream. Like, literally, this is my mentality. It's like, stream's over. All right, Brett, give me every single one of those person's number. I'm gonna set up a time, and I'm gonna text them all.
Hey, girl!
We're gonna have a conference call, and we're gonna say, here's our vision, guys. Who's in? Who's out? It's okay if you're out. If you're in, then you're in. And then have a conference call about it, because that's the type of person I am. That comes from my dad's background. My dad was a big time, like, He was a middleman, He talked to people who made millions and millions of dollars, and people who had ideas. And I think it just comes back down to is like, I'm going back to what my dad did. He made his own company doing it. People had millions of dollars. People who had ideas, he'd bring them together. Okay, people with the idea. This is how much money you need to bring to it. We'll bring the rest. So that's just the type of person I am, and that's what I really want to do for this, because. I mean, I see the value in it, and I see all the other companies that are doing it. So, why not?
Mm-hmm.
How? I mean, not only that, we could create our own video games eventually.
God.
I mean, depending on who we get, how we get, and the personnel we get.
Knowing the timetable and structure of that, oh God.
I mean, I don't know anything about making a video game. All I know is it takes a lot of time.
I've talked to my current employer about that. I'm like, dude, I'm one guy. What the?
Yeah, and I mean, it takes a lot of people, and it takes the right personnel. And here's the thing: you can get those personnel.
Oh yeah.
And to be quite honest, like, I mean, I love this area. I hate the snow. Don't get me wrong.
Except for when we have snow days. Yeah.
I don't get snow days.
I do.
Well, I'm currently unemployed, so I have snow days all day.
Hey.
But that's the thing. Like, I know someone who can make games. But the thing is, like, I want this to happen because, one, I'm a part of it. I want to be a part of something. Two, built it from the ground up. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. That mentality. It's a great mentality to have. And it's like, I'm doing it with my friends. What's better than that? Starting a company. Like kind of honestly, like, you should look at this as a company, not just.
Well, that's what I do with the stream. I think of it as work, as a job.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, I'm not. I'm a guest spot, but I look at it as work. I could be right now. I could be at Naga, or no, Naga's over. I could be watching the UFC fights, drinking, and getting drunk. But instead I'm here because I see the value here. And I see that this could potentially be something more than getting drunk,
We're better than alcohol. Hashtag confirmed. You heard it first. Side goal that I forgot to bring up, that this could be a quick turnaround goal.
Uh-oh.
But you know that little thing called Saratoga Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Last Comic-Con, which was...
I don't think I went to that one.
November. No, you were unavailable, I believe. But Brendan and I went. And we went for 2 days. BRB guys got to fight Seymour. Alright, have fun on FFX.
I know who runs that.
I know, and you need to...
Doc does.
Anyway, after you hear this goal, because I'm pretty sure I talked to you about this, Pancake. But anyway, I was talking to Brendan, and we walked around for 2 days. Somehow I magically pulled that off. And I was like, you know what we should do? We should get a table. You could sell graphics, and I can promote the stream. So I looked it up last week.
You know what's really funny?
Yeah.
So, I came from church, and I was all dressed up, and we went to Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
And I was standing next to a table. Someone walked up to me and was like, so what's your table about? I don't know. It's a blank table. What do you want me to say?
Yeah. So I looked up how much tables are for vendors.
Not much.
$1.50.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. So it's in a month.
We'd have to sell merch.
No, we don't. The Extra Life guys are there. They don't sell shit. They're just like, oh, it's Extra
Well, I
Life.
would say, no, the thing is, I would want to sell merch basically on the fact alone is, 1, get our name out there. Branding. 2,
That's
get our name out there.
Business of cards for. You just hand them to anybody and everybody. I have a...
Everybody wants a t-shirt.
So nobody wants this. Oh, that's kind of funny one. But
everybody wants a t-shirt.
Alright, well, I'll think about it.
Especially
it's
at
damn
Comic-Con.
expensive.
I mean, just do like a spread of like 2 different graphics.
Oh, not that spread.
Not that spread. And do like, I don't know, 3 shirts of each size.
Yeah, I'll think about it. But anyway, table, computer monitor, vignette rolling, a lot of fucking business cards, and just hand them to anybody and everybody. Hey, you 3-year-old? I don't care. Here you go.
Business cards is a good way to go. I mean, I remember like when I was working in, when I was anybody who's inspiring to be a car salesman.
Mm-hmm.
I was told on my days off, go to the mall and put cards on the tables.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, just put them on the tables and wait and see who picks them up. And if they're all gone, take some more, put them out there.
People want shirts. Did you see how excited I wanted or got when I got that one? I mean, yeah, I get the idea. I just don't want to be like, because I know if it's me personally, and I don't know who the fuck you are, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? I want your T-shirt. You know? So like, yeah, I get it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing for me: if the graphic looks cool, I'll buy it. And Brendan makes pretty cool graphics.
Yeah.
I mean, from every shirt that I've seen, I mean, except for the first one. I didn't really like the first one. That's just me.
Oi, that's my logo. I did that at school. The split kick? Fuck
Yeah.
you.
I mean,
No,
the Batman
it was shit.
animated one, that one's awesome. I wear that shirt all the fucking time. The white one with the
LTS.
Yeah, the LTS, and then it's got the things right here, and it's got the D20. I love that shirt. I want one. I
know. Stall.
What else is there? I know there was.
I'm just gonna grab them all right now, so that's why I told you to stall.
Oh. So, how'd he do? And someone who sold shirts, half the people who bought did so because cool graph. That's right. I don't know. I'm just thinking future and how. Not much, Pancake. How you doing? How you doing on this awesome Saturday night at 9:00? Them hot days, boy. Okay then. I don't know how to respond to that. Is that Final Fantasy 10, Seymour? Oh, Hot Topic days. Yeah, I mean, I walked into Hot Topic and I saw all these cool graphics and it's like, I don't know any of these bands. I'm just gonna grab one that looks cool.
I guess. I don't know. That's just me being freaking old man, just being like, no, don't sell me your shit. It fell. Oh no, the mic. Okay.
It's limp.
I mean, it's always limp. Okay. So.
I think you need a new mic.
Yeah. That's what the snowball was supposed to be for, but it's not good for podcasts. So this is the OG. I made that logo. That's why it looks like butt. And then Brendan's shoulder, one of the...
I think it's because of the shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm not a big shoulder guy.
Yeah, I was going for a CM Punk t-shirt look. But I get that. That one's a little funky. That's the OG. Then we got this one. This is like the go-to now.
That was when we all got team t-shirts.
Yep. That one, this one is the most t-shirts in existence currently. At 10, I think.
It's a lot.
This is the new, the 2-year one.
That one. I want it because of the D20.
Old Man Brett hashtag, yep. And then this is one I made. There's only one in existence for the press start series.
It's right there.
And then we also have a hoodie of the Batman logo.
Animated one.
Only one in it. No, two in existence. Billy has the other one. He won it in the 3rd year. The extra life.
So, I mean, like, I know there's not too much of a demand, but I think it's like, if you supply it, there'll be a demand. You know, you gotta put a product out for there to be a demand.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll think about it. But anyways, there's a month until this convention. So.
I mean, also, if we're gonna do if you're gonna do the convention, there needs to be something on there.
All the business cards.
Well, yeah, but you could just do that by going to the convention. You could just hand
but you know me. I don't talk to people. People see it at a table. They look.
You don't need to talk to people. It's just like, here's my card.
Drugs. You want drugs? Here you go.
9 times out of 10, people won't come up to you.
Seriously, I'll talk to Sam this week. His rings are coming in. Okay. Let me know.
It's like a circle.
That is a circle.
It's like a circle. I don't know what you think a circle is, because that's not a circle. That's not a circle.
Alright. Topic 2.
Pick number 2, my lord.
Number 2.
Mine is not as deep.
What do you mean?
Mine's
the way you explained
it. Mine's in depth.
I mean, we went for 40 minutes with mine. I'm sure we could go 40 minutes with this if my creative juices are flowing.
Jesus. I was kind of hoping Billy was here too, because this one would have been good for him.
Me too.
So, mine is, I've done one in the past where it was like, what kind of superhero would you be? What kind of powers would you have? You know, all that. So, follow me here. Mine this time is this. What is your entire story as a superhero? Where you live, what your power is, who's your arch nemesis, what's your weakness, and why.
Okay, couple questions. Place I live, does this have to be a comic originated place?
Yes and no.
Okay. 2.
If it's gonna be something you make up related to something real, so like people understand where it is.
2. My arch rival. Usually those are based off of like something happening that you caused, or like something went mishap at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That seems difficult.
That's why it's in depth.
Yeah, I know, but you can't spring that on a dude an hour, not even, before the show, and expect me to be like, well, I was
thinking about pre-questioning and giving you the time, but then I was like, I haven't been thinking about it, so I'm under.
He knew his topic Wednesday.
I knew my topic Wednesday, but I didn't think about it. I had other things on my mind.
I told him a month before that this is coming back. Yeah, he wants to do it now, and I'm like, whoa, slow down there, Chief.
Slow your roll.
Know your role and shut your... Sorry, reference. I know who your arch rival is. That is true. I could just use that cheater answer later, Killer Bunny. Boy, this could be a deep topic. What you talking about, says Pancake. Alright, are you going to start it off, or do you want me to start it off? Oh, well, I started mine. You're the...
Okay.
Yeah, you're the fucking... You just...
The originator.
You let me know. I just...
So,
Old man Brett, shut up. My back hurts.
You know, the superpower part, that's the hardest one for me. Because I want them all.
I got mine already. We talked about that in podcast. I don't know. Topic. I don't know. But it's
look it up on Enigma 9011 on YouTube.
You're here right now. Why not?
They're on Twitch right now.
John, I'm talking to the audience that's seeing the edited video of this maybe 3 years from now and they're like, man, I've been sleeping on this guy because now they're huge and look at all this old content they created. We could have been watching this fucker in 2018, but now it's 2021 and they're in California and no one wants to talk to them anymore because they're hot shit and they don't talk to the fans and they're like, oh man, it's all about money. And, I mean...
That'll never be the case. I mean, money, woo! But no, we'll still talk to you. I know I will.
Just kidding. I should have invested in LTS Gaming in 2018. Exactly! Airline mode!
What's up with that?
Brett the old man, boys!
So, I would think, you know, I've been really, like, into the Flash lately, so I think definitely maybe, like, super speed. No.
Cool.
Vibration. I would definitely like everything about, you know, the super speed and having the ability to do all the things that the Flash does. I mean, I definitely would love to be, you know, Superman. So it's kind of a toss-up between those two.
Okay.
But I don't know. I really don't know on which one would it be. Do I want to be all cosmic, strong, powerful? Like, if I fly into the sun, I'd be unbeatable. Or just
only standing on the sun. Everybody come to me. No, don't stay with... Oh.
No. If he flies into the sun, he comes out, he's God.
He's like a battery?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like his... Like, the story behind Superman is the reason that Kryptonians were more like Earthlings on Krypton because they had a red sun. And then when he came to us and we have a yellow sun, it's like, holy shit, I'm fucking powerful.
Why doesn't he just do that all the time then? Like, run up, charge for a night, then come back, kick ass.
Well, I don't know the whole story behind it. I just know that if I've heard that if he flies into the sun, he becomes God mode. Yeah. But I think it might be because he can't control himself. Because he gets so much power. I don't know.
Injustice. He wants to be a dick anyway.
Well, that's Injustice. That's another storyline. But no, it's like, yeah, I don't know which side I would want to go. If I would want to just be able to be like, yeah, I'm strong and you can't kill me. You know, it's really hard to do that. You know.
Why? Is he a Superman expert or a Superman hater? Gotta go fast, this Pancake. He gets so triggered whenever someone talks about Superman. Oh God.
In a good way or a bad way?
I don't know.
But you know, when it comes to the superpower, it's kind of hard. You know, I've said in the past I would want to control all the elements just because of the Avatar type thing. That's kind of cool.
He's such a hater. Got it.
I mean, I guess I would stand on that. You know, controlling the elements. That's really cool. You know, and literally that's all the elements. So like, lightning. You know, anything that, like lava, pretty much anything that the Avatar in those TV shows have done, and that includes the Adventures of Korra. So anything that they have done or have, you know, element-wise messed with and bended, that's kind of like what my power would be, and I would be able to do.
Cool. Also in that episode of Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, I don't know, topic, I don't know.
Yeah, just slide through, you'll find them.
Yeah, I mean...
They're cool. And then you can find our D&D ones in there, and also you can find our Fight Nights ones in there. Those ones are gold.
The Fight Nights before California.
Those were gold.
Check it out.
Yeah, I got really
That's when Billy punched a dude in the nuts and didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Go watch that shit. Fight Night Part 2.
No.
Fight Night 4 Part 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I should know. I literally just took this footage recently to make the 3-year hype video. But whatever. Sidebar is done. Go back to the
Holy cow, Pancake. You watched them all in the past 2 weeks?
The fight nights or the podcast? I told her to watch the podcast.
Oh. So, I mean, yeah, definitely having the ability to control all the elements is really cool and still something I would love to do. My arch nemesis obviously would be the same as me. He would have every single...
I was like...
He would have...
I was like, who's your arch nemesis? And them in real life. I was like, what?
So, I actually don't know. I don't really like having enemies. But, and if I do have an enemy, I kind of cut him out of my life, and I don't.
Cut it out.
I just get him out. So, they would have the same powers as me, so to negate my powers, and that's why it would be so hard for me to beat them, because I can't beat them, because everything I throw at them, they can throw right back at me.
Mm-hmm.
I would be a skilled martial artist. So how I would get my powers? That would be a crazy...
Sidebar. Episode 3, Part 3. Okay, go ahead.
How I would get my powers. You know, that I haven't thought too much about. It's like getting all the elements, like, what would that entail? How would that entail, and how would you get that? Like, kind of, this is more of like a discussion point.
How would you get the powers?
Yeah, how would I get the powers of having control of all of the elements? What would you think?
One day, someone takes a syringe of lava, water, air, and leaves and injects them into your bloodstream. And you become infused.
I don't know about that.
Oh, well, fine.
I would definitely say it has to do with kind of like a super soldier project.
Or like a mutation. But that would work for like one. Like, say, you're visiting Hawaii and whoever your arch nemesis is pushes you into the volcano being like, haha, fuck off. And then when you fall into it, your body is like, mutates because of adrenaline and fight or flight and all the X-Men shit, and then you're like, I'm Lava Man. You don't necessarily become like Flame On, but you're like, oh shit, now I have the element or the capabilities to control the element of lava and fire. What's up, Clayton? How you doing?
Are we asking questions?
You can, but it doesn't mean we're gonna
not at this
answer
moment in time, but you can.
Cut it out. Holy shit. Okay. So I don't know. That's a.
I would think more of the Secret Soldier type thing, because there's two of us, and there's only two of us, me and my arch nemesis.
For the elements.
Yeah, there's only two of us who can control it.
And so you both went undergone the same test. You took the path of righteousness, and he or she took the oh fuck, you fucked me up, fuck off, and then
fuck the world.
Yeah, it's Captain Planet pretty much.
Yes,
and he's anti-Captain.
So I would be Captain Planet.
Captain Planet,
but I wouldn't look like Captain
Planet. He's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Okay, cool.
I wouldn't do that either. I would have fun.
I would just have fun. All right.
Yeah, how's that back, buddy?
Oh, it's great. It's just
how's that back, buddy?
I took a Tylenol, so it's a little better, but oh boy. Oh boy.
Do I need a hydro? No. Yeah, I think it would be like a Secret Soldier program, and one I was like, when I had the powers, I was like, holy cow, this is great. Obviously I broke out. So my arch nemesis broke out because he was unhappy. He destroyed the facility. I escaped. He escaped. So we're kind of like on the run.
So would the facility be your arch nemesis too, like Wolverine and Weapon X?
Yeah. They wouldn't be my arch nemesis. They would just be
a villain.
They'd be a main villain.
5.
Yeah, they would be a very big main story arc villain in my life. Not my Look, when I think of arch nemesis or arch villain, I think of someone who like Batman and Joker. You have to have them. Like, you have to have this person. Otherwise, there's no Batman. If there's no Joker, there's no Batman. There's got to be a Joker. Or for Joker, there has to be a Batman for there to be a Joker. Kind of type thing, you know?
Somebody pushing him.
Yeah.
I get you.
Somebody who pushes them over the edge. Somebody who pushes them over the edge and then, or tries to find a redeemable quality. Like I would even say that this arch nemesis is somebody who's extremely close to me, and I see as them like as a brother. Like that would I don't know. I don't know who it would be. I'm just saying that if they would, like I would see this person as my brother, and I love them, and I'm trying to bring them back to, trying to make them like Loki and Thor, trying to make them an anti-hero, trying to bring them back from the depths of evil, and be like, but everybody hates me. I almost destroyed the world. Doesn't matter. I'm with you, so they're gonna have to deal with it.
So where are you fighting?
What am I fighting?
Or sorry, no, where are you fighting? Where are you fighting?
Definitely like a California area.
California.
So like where there's a lot of earthquakes.
Okay.
Because obviously I can control Earth, so I can either find a way to make Earth keeping the people safe from earthquakes and things shattering and stuff like that. There's water there, there's snow there. Like there's a whole weather control there, and if anything, maybe that or just a coastal area, especially one where there might be hurricanes. So something like that, maybe Hawaii type area, just something where it's coastal.
Okay.
And where there's a lot of weather.
Okay. What other criteria did you have? Arch nemesis.
Yep.
Location, power. You kind of gave a backstory.
A little bit, yeah.
Is there anything else?
And why?
Why you want that power?
Yeah, I think I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I absolutely love that power. You know, it's just being able to, just think about it. Walk on water. Fly. Make fire appear in your hand. You know. Shoot lightning. Just like when you go like this, bang! Lightning shoots. You know, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Alright. I talked about this in episode 3, part 3. Teleportation is my power. I want to be like Nightcrawler. Yes, I'll leave a little blue smoke trail. No, I don't want the tail and the blue skin. Arch nemesis. We'll go with Lady Killer Bunny. She has the power of supersonic projections, so she is like Black Canary from DC. The reason I thought this in my spectrum, because she yells at me a lot, is because I feel like that would be a good counter to...
That's me.
like if I teleport to a certain area and those sound waves would kind of throw me off balance or off kilter, so I would not be ready to acrobat move out of that. Things like that.
Or maybe they even
or just like
they disrupt you from teleporting.
How we get the powers, that's a fucking nightmare and a half.
I mean, you can just go X-Men if you really want it, if you can't figure it out. Like the Super Soldier one made so much sense to me because it's like, I don't know how like that would be unlocked as.
Can I only teleport myself or others too? Okay, I can teleport others too. I'm fine with only teleporting places I can see physically. So like I can't. It's not a Looper situation where I can look at a postcard and go to Paris or whatever.
Or like how Nightcrawler can do that though. He can like he didn't know what that the room looked like.
That's
on the
why
other
it's such
side.
a big deal when he does it, because he's not supposed to be able to do that, and that like.
But he did it.
That was a limitation to himself. Yeah, but like, he didn't push himself.
Is it like the same thing for you?
No, I'm fine with just, hey.
But could you do it?
No, because I like having flaws. I don't want to be all powerful.
Well, I mean, your flaw. And that's another thing that I didn't mention. Your flaws are, they're your personality as well. Like my flaw is probably
only fighting California. California.
No, like, I mean, I could travel the world. But, like, I would say my flaw is my hubris. I'm too cocky.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, if I had superpowers, I'd be way confident. I mean, I would secretly be depressed, you know, still. Because it's like, I have all these powers, but I just don't have this. But I don't have the one. But, you know, like, I would probably get, like, the Flash. I'd get super cocky super easily, and then I would say funny things and do stupid stuff, and, like, crap, I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm in this mess.
No, I don't think I want... I'm going to limit the go through walls, go in a room. Because, like, honestly, how would you even know? Because you could teleport, technically, into a chair or whatever. Like, if I've never seen this room or whatever, like, that seems really dangerous. Which was another reason he didn't want to do it. He's like, I could fucking just be stuck in a wall and become part of that wall and whatever. So, no. But there is, if you watch X2, the opening scene, there's one teleport he, like, delays. Like, he doesn't show up for, like, 2 seconds. I want that. I want him to be able to delay teleport. So what I mean by that is, like, I go away. I don't know if I'm, like, in some astral plane or whatever the fuck, smoke world. But, like, then, not anything crazy, but, like, a few seconds later, if I want to get the jump on somebody, you know, show up. But I also want the instant transmission, too, of just, like, you know, where he's juggling shit. And, like,
yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes ever. I could watch that on loop, to be honest.
Yeah.
Rest of that movie, I was like, but that one, fuck yeah. But, so yeah, teleportation would be my power, and Lady Killer Bunny would be my arch nemesis. She's got Sonic Scream, or whatever she wants to call it. Okay, yeah, I'll go the mutation route, but it's not like mutants are in existence. It's like, oh shit, this randomly happened to me when I was a kid, or whatever, and I think nobody else has these powers, I'm goofing around, and then one day, streaming a stream, or I'm playing a game, or I'm meeting this chick, and I'm like, hey girl, and she's like, I'm taken, you're an asshole, and I'm like, oh shit, my bad, and then something happens, and, no, you know what I mean, I don't know, there's some conflict that arises, and whatever reason, we're fighting it out, and then she uses a Sonic Scream, I'm like, oh shit, I'm not the only one here, and then, is that ever... See, LOL. She understood what I was saying, John.
Your explanation.
What? I don't know. Well, how would I know you can Sonic Scream through a stream? I wouldn't. I have to piss you off in real life somehow. And knowing me, that wouldn't be too hard. But,
she did kill you in PUBG.
She did. After I did absolutely nothing.
I think it's because you did absolutely nothing.
Are you kidding me? B-Team, I was freaking MVP. I got 2 kills. I'm sure you will, Kappa. See? Anyway, I piss her off somehow in real life. No, she has powers. Oh god, it's eternal struggle because we're the only ones that we know of. Maybe down the issues, issue 10 or something, we get, you know, more super people involved. And then... location, I would say Marvel New York City. It's pretty much our New York City, just... well, no, we don't want Avengers and shit in there. Okay, maybe not. I would say...
New York City?
Yeah, I guess New York City would do.
New York City.
It's New York City. Let's see.
I could see you at the top of the Empire State Building jumping off. And
Woo!
it was like, ah! And then you go poof.
Teleport back to the top.
Now here's my question.
Yeah.
Say you do that and you're falling and you know there's that
Do I keep that momentum?
Do you keep that momentum?
Is it portal
or
gun?
does it completely stop and you just walk? Like if you were to be like right here, you poof and now you're just walking. Like does the momentum still keep coming?
That could be fucking awesome. Like Portal. Like I'm like, oh shit, there's Lady Killer Bunny. I need to go strike. I jump off something high, I teleport the last second, then teleport behind her, and all my momentum's just still there. Just fucking run her
Cannonball, dude. That'd be perfect for me if that was the way. If that was the way it was explained.
Drop the elbow. Ah, teleport. Oh shit! Where'd he go? Ah! Oh my gosh! Just like cartoons when like cartoon characters fall on top of each other. Poof!
I mean, my power is pretty self-explanatory.
A+ question, John.
There's not too many questions that you can have for it. But yours, like, momentum.
I don't know, cause like
Momentum plays in it.
in the Nightcrawler, once again, I'm gonna reference this scene again. X2, like he starts doing a like jump kick and shit like that, and cartwheel acrobatics, and he teleports out of them, or he's moving into a new technique.
That's true.
So either the astral plane, I could control
Or
that.
I think it's because he is moving in that plane. And I think he is like when he poofs, there is a second. It's like you've seen Stranger Things, right?
No.
So in Stranger Things, there's called the Upside Down. The Upside Down is, if you guys have seen it, it's basically this world just
Upside down.
Yeah,
Inside out.
It's darker. It's scarier. Has monsters. So maybe that's kind of what he goes to when he disappears. He goes to that type, or he goes to this world, but it's different. And then he pops back in, pops back out, pops back in.
But yeah, I'm gonna say yes, just because I think that would be fun for our little theory. I just have to be careful.
Because if you stay too long, you get stuck.
No, like the falling thing and like redirecting my momentum, so I don't like splat.
So your momentum carries.
Because like if I did fuck around and let's say I did this skyscraper thing and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm done with this. Now I got to redirect my energy to not splat and slow down. So I'd have to do like some kind of zigzag maneuver to kind of go sideways and eventually slow down, like rapid fire teleportation, and not throw up.
You probably throw up every time. Be like, best roller coaster.
Let's do it.
All right, so that was where, who,
Power. Backstory was I said, hey girl.
Yeah.
2 seasons. Pancake. And no, I haven't watched it, lady. I haven't watched Netflix in so long because my list is long. I need to watch Daredevil, Daredevil 2, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones. I want to watch fucking The End of Wilfred if that's on Netflix. I don't think it is.
No.
Defenders, thank you very much. And Flash, I already said that. Flash, Arrow, DC Legend tomorrow, Stranger Things. There was other stuff. Shit. Dexter.
I am actually in the 7th season, and it's really good. It's really, really good.
Death Note.
Don't watch the movie.
Yeah.
Movie's not
I
that
heard.
You would be upset if you watched the anime.
Yeah, that's what people say. There's other stuff. But yeah, I haven't watched it in years. Death Note is a quadruple plus. That's nice.
Not the movie.
That's also one of my favorites of all time. Your favorite? Anime.
It's actually a very well done anime. It's very intricately thought out.
Intricately thought out.
Noga.
Alright. Got anything else to add to that topic?
And why?
Why I want that power?
Yeah, just why that whole scenario.
She's my mortal frenemy. New York. Because New York. New York! Teleportation because Nightcrawler influence. And I've always dreamed of teleportation or super speed. And the conflict is because I was an ass, so I caused her to reveal her powers. We're the only 2 superpower people we know of.
And she won't do that.
Until eventually. 10 issues down the road, and there's somebody else. Maybe Super comes out and he has the ability to crack jokes. I don't know.
But
The movie put its mouth on a sewer drain and sucked in. Okay, then.
Yes, it did.
Alright, I think that's the end of topic 2. So now we're moving on, because there's only 2 of us, to viewer topics. So if you want to put a topic in the chat, you can do that. But I'm going to go into our Discord, where you can also put topics, or the comments down below. And we're going to see...
Why didn't you do that other one that you had?
Nah, I don't think it's interesting enough. And like you said, they'll be short. We'll do a topic that we haven't done
It definitely
in the listing of Discord.
As the first one.
Yeah, that one. Top 3 favorite Pokemon. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
I like Pokemon, I like Digimon.
Digimon, yeah, so that's not a good topic. Okay, we'll go with Kiwi. She posted this on August 29th. What is a common misconception people have about you? Or what is a misconception people have about you?
Elaborate? Misconception?
What is a thought people have about you that is wrong? Like, what do people assume? I think people assume that...
Here's a better one.
Yeah.
Ask me what my first impression of you was and
First impressions of each other?
yeah, because that's kind of like... That's when that first misconception comes in. It's like, because that's when you assume, like, oh, I bet he does X, Y, Z. Because we don't know each other.
Okay,
You know?
I don't think I had any of those about you, but what did you think when you first met me? What was your first impression?
Well, I mean, is that kind of like where that question is coming from?
It could, but like...
Because I'm trying to figure out...
self-
Because I'm trying to figure it out myself, because I don't know.
Well, I was about to explain what people could be about me to help explain it, and then you're
Okay,
like,
good,
whoa,
sorry.
whoa, whoa,
Go ahead.
let's go this way.
No, you're not.
And I'm like,
Good.
alright, I think a common misconception people have about myself is that,
Geography game, didn't I?
no, I'm trying to pinpoint. But I don't know Kiwi's brain. Says Lady Killer Bunny. I think the question was more aimed at self-reflection. Exactly.
Okay.
That I am more... I want to say patient than I am, but I don't think that's what I mean. That I'm more... careless than I am. And I know that sounds weird. Like that I can let things go by. Like, for example, something happened bad at work or whatever, or like things are going back to back to back. Maybe not. But sometimes maybe people have the misconception that I don't care about that, or this thing that happened doesn't really mean that much, you know, no worries about it, we'll move past it, we'll do what we gotta do. And like, in a way, yeah, I'm that way, where, like, yes, there's times I complain about things and stuff like that, because you need to, but like, there's a lot of things that are on top of my head at all times, like, oh, this could have been better, or this could have gone this way, or I didn't mean to do this bad thing to the person A or B, but like having that appearance of like nothing affects you kind of deal, like sometimes like that, like it's a good thing to have, but I feel that could be a misconception, that like that people see like, oh, it doesn't affect him, so you know, no big deal. Or whatever, if that makes sense. Yeah, I took like one path to get
it makes more sense.
way to a different way. But yeah, sometimes that stuff gets to me, and I'm like, man, so and so did this, and I don't like that, or this thing went that way, and the other thing. Like, I try and bite my tongue, but whatever. Sometimes it gets to me. It makes sense. Thanks. Okay, well that's good. I don't know. I mean, I don't really talk to people who are like a lot, and they're like, you know what, I thought this about you. Like, you kind of went with your first impression thing.
Yeah, because that was the best way I could think of to describe it.
Mm.
But I guess, like, for me, like, okay, I got one. So, a misconception for me is everyone thinks I want to be the center of attention.
Hmm.
I don't. I just like people, and I want to be a part of. Yes, I'd like to be a part of the conversation. I don't want to be the center of the conversation. I want to be a part of the conversation. I want to be a part of what's going on. I don't want to be the main focus, but I want to be around it. I want to be involved. I want, because there are some times where, like today at Naga, my friend Connor was talking to two other students. I had never met them. I don't know who they are. I'm kind of interacting with them in the conversation, just looking out, watching some of the fights, and then if, Connor says something that's interesting that I have an input on, I'll interject and say, yeah, this is my internet, blah, 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 blah. Go back to watching. And then come back in, oh, no, it was, go back to watching. Like, I'm not making myself center of the conversation. I'm just being a part of the conversation, and I'm listening, but I'm also watching the matches. Some people don't like that, because not only it was a misconception of being center of attention. I want attention all the time. Not all the time. I mean, no. Sometimes I just want to be by myself. It's nice to just have me time. There was a point in time where I was getting a lot of attention from people, and then there was one day where I was just like, damn, can I get some me time? So, that's one big misconception that people have about me.
Alright, well, Kiwi Lipstick, thank you for that topic from months ago. If you have a topic for us, feel free to comment down below. I'll make a note of it, and eventually when we have only limited guests on the podcast, maybe we'll read your viewer topic, or you can put it in Discord. If you want to join the Discord, go to twitch.tv/enigma9011, and down below, follow that image, and you will join it. We put in when we stream, we put in discussions of Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and other random shit, and you can join that. Yes, John?
Don't we have one more?
One more what?
One more. Use your question. Because there's two of us.
No, it would be like the third topic is the viewer.
Because I thought you said that.
John says we're pulling an audible. Another viewer topic.
No, I just thought, because I thought you said
he wants
two.
the show to be longer, damn it. It's not like we have another podcast to do.
Sorry.
Let's see.
Let's see here.
Let's see. Alright, another one from Kiwi Lipstick. What is your favorite movie series? For example, Resident Evil. They have 6 movies, and it is one of my favorites.
You go first.
Oh, fuck. Alright. I went first with misconceptions before.
Oh, hang on. I'll go first then. Oh, man, this one's hard. Man, I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to say the Captain America movies. Not the MCU. Don't get me wrong. MCU's great, but I feel like that's a cop-out. The Captain America trilogy, specifically. 1, I enjoyed it. 2, Civil War, really cool. So I would say that. But Fast and the Furious franchise is also pretty good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
That's definitely one of mine.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, because I don't really care for Tokyo Drift, even though people are like, it's a second coming. I didn't connect with it that much. I like Han.
I should smack you.
Fuck off.
I loved Tokyo.
We hungry! Anyway,
Yeah, right,
Tokyo, I don't know. I never connected with it. I liked the Vin and Paul and those guys. Let's see. John's face.
Because I'm trying to think of
No, when I
series.
said fuck Tokyo and you went... I saw it right there and I was staring at it. Yeah, didn't really connect to Tokyo. 4 was alright. 5, 6, 7, 8 was where I really started clicking with it. So maybe, and then...
Hey, oh, okay. Now I'm getting.
Bill and
At first, I couldn't think of a couple.
Bill and Ted. 2 movies.
There you go.
If that counts.
Yeah, that counts. So I'm going to say. I'm gonna say my absolute favorite, but I'm gonna say one that I'm looking forward to because I know that they're gonna make another one. I'll say that one first. I'm excited for the Creed series. Oh my gosh, I couldn't find it, and I had to go and buy it to watch it, and it was worth every penny.
I've heard it's good. Rockies are decent. I only have seen old Rocky.
Quite honestly,
it's like, I gotta come back, I gotta Italian restaurant.
But no, Michael B. Jordan's just a great actor, and he has starred in some great movies. Latest was Black Panther, and he did an amazing job there. I was upset with the ending, quite honestly, but
because he's a racist. Oh wait,
no, that was
because Bucky's back.
No, no. I don't want to spoil it.
You've had 3 weeks to see Black Panther. If you haven't yet...
Spoilers! He dies.
Well, yeah, he's a villain.
Well,
have you watched...
He could have been an anti-hero. Like, quite honestly, I really think that's what he was going to...
He died by his own hand.
He did.
Panther gave him...
But guess what? No, if Panther actually told him, like, no, I'm going to make you my right-hand man because that's what you should have done.
He invited him to the club.
No, he didn't.
The Cool Kids Club. The KKK. I mean, the CCC.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Didn't come out and say it. It was vague. It was shrouded. If he came out and
says
said
the guy who came, he's like, oh, hey, auntie, I have a thing and a plan, and I'm shrouded in mystery. Look at my scars. And sorry, Pancake, hopefully you muted it at this point, but you don't really care because you don't watch Marvel movies. Anyways, he was shrouded. He was using metaphors up the wazoo too. Panther has tried to save both of the people who fucked him over. The guy who killed his dad and the guy who killed his uncle. Fuck you. Or whoever the shaman dude was. Forrest Whitaker. Ouch the sass. It's true. It's damn true, as Kurt Angle would say.
It's okay. I'm looking forward to the Creed series. I cannot wait to see what that brings. The first one was just amazing, and I loved it. I loved how every time that you met a fighter, it would tell you about the fighter and how many fights they are, if they're number 1 or number 2 in the world, and like how he gave up, his life. Like Rocky's even like, now you sound like you went to school, but I think you're a little stupid because you're choosing the fighter's life and you don't have to. And just the homage that they bring to the actor who played Creed, because he's passed away, is awesome. It's really cool. I guess I'll just name some shout outs Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars, definitely Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. I liked The Matrix, but I don't think it was one of my favorites.
1 and 2 were good. 3 sucked.
Yeah, 3 was hit and miss for me sometimes. Now, one that was extremely... You guys are probably going to be kind of like, what? One that was very pivotal for me as a young teenager that I would say absolutely hands down is my favorite is the Alien series.
Why is that a what?
What?
Why is that a what? What? In the butt?
No, it's a very, what?
Why?
Because it's not, something that you would think of. It's
Why not?
It was influential to me as a kid. I could sit down and I could watch 1, 2, 3, 4, and...
That's a great movie franchise.
Exactly.
So why would that be weird?
Because it's not something that because I picked it from when I was a teenager, like 13. It's not something that in my opinion a 13-year-old should be watching.
Okay.
So I don't know, because when I was 13, my dad's rules were really strict, and Alien was one of those movies he didn't want me to watch, but I watched it. And I watched the whole trilogy. And not only did I watch the whole trilogy, it was the first movie ever that I wanted to know so much about the lore. And then when I found out that Aliens and Predators were together in the same universe, that's when all hell broke loose. I wanted to know everything there was to know about it. And now that Prometheus and Alien Covenant are out, man, I can't wait for the next Alien movie to come out just to continue the story. And he didn't like them, but he's... See, he agrees. He's...
I am.
It's okay, we love you.
I know. So I just accept it.
But yeah, Alien was influential because it was the first movie that I actually, like, went in and dug into and just started, like, really learning the stuff. And, like, when people were just like, oh yeah, blah, 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 did this. I'm like, no, that's not true. And I was able to, like, actually battle back with information, and people actually started taking me seriously because of the information that I had at my disposal, because I took the time to go after it. And that's why Alien was influential to me.
Well, that's been Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast episode 16, The Return. The March
I don't have that many
3rd,
fingers, so I can't put them up.
the March 3rd episode. You're fucking it up. You're fucking it up. Put the 5 and the 1 up. There you go. You made the thing, and then you didn't
fired.
do it.
That's it, guys. I'm fired.
Thank you guys for joining us again for this podcast. I'm glad we were able to bring it back. Remember, you can watch this live and be in the chat like Lady and Pancake were today.
Wait,
Go to
isn't
Twitch.
it 15?
No, it's not 15. The survey was 15. I checked before. Hello back. You can catch it live here on twitch.tv/Enigma911 every first and third Saturday of the month, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, until we're done talking. So you can join us there, or you can catch the YouTube video edited up a little bit on the following Friday over on youtube.com. Search Enigma911 and you'll find it there. Feel free, if you're on Twitch, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, support your boy, that would be much appreciated. Or if you're on YouTube, subscribe as well. Leave a comment down below for any topics you might have, and remember, join that Discord too. You can tell us topics there in that specific channel. If you'd like to catch more live streams, the schedule is on twitch.tv/Enigma911 as well. You can catch us Monday through Saturday every week, unless something's going on. Hashtag subscribe, as Pancake says. We will see you guys on the 17th when Billy makes his return to the podcast for episode 17. 17. Ha ha ha! Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.